So yesterday I was telling you that my drill died on me. I've had it for years. It actually helped me build a house, and it was a matching set for this little impact. I think this impact goes to 90 foot-pounds or something. And I bought that set probably, I think, for 150 bucks. So this did really good for putting in these long what are they? I don't want to say 6 inches. 3 inches, maybe they're 3-inch screws, torque screws, and it would just hammer them in like that. So, and then this one was really good for putting in these screws. So the set got used a lot building the house, and I really liked it. But this just, I was using it and it just stopped working yesterday, so I had to get a new drill. Now, I've become a real fan of Walmart HyperTuff equipment. It's cheap and they work really well. So my first real experience with HyperTuff was my impact wrench. Now this, I think, can go to 130 foot-pounds. And it's been really good. It might even do more than that. It might be closer to like the 150. So that's enough to put on like your torque or your lug nuts on your truck. Of course, you're supposed to use a torque wrench, but you know, I can remove the lug nuts with this most of the time. And it depends on how much battery I want to use, because it does take a lot of battery to break that loose. But I don't want a huge impact wrench because I'm a lawnmower mechanic. I don't have these huge bolts that I need to deal with. So most of my work is removing lawnmower blades. So this has been an absolute fantastic device. It came with a battery charger and I'm not trying to sell these, just so you know. I'm just telling you I like them. And it came with a 2 amp hour 20 volt battery. Well, the other day, my antique weed eater started having problems when it got hot. I told you that. Now that weed eater is it's an actual weed eater brand. And it's from like the year 2000, and I rebuilt it last year, got it running. But this year the heat, it's just not doing well when it gets hot. And so it'll run for 15-20 minutes and dies on you, and you gotta let it cool off. So I bought myself a weed eater, a HyperTuff, and it came with the same exact battery as this. So now I've got 2 batteries, which is fantastic for the weed eater and this. So now, because I told you before, you don't want to really hold this, you know, impacting it a long time. So if you got a tough bolt or nut on a mower deck, you'll run this battery down. It'll break it loose, but it just does it slowly. And it's still well worth the effort to use this instead of trying to break it loose with a wrench. But that means you have 1 or 2 extra blades still left you got to take off. But your battery's dead. So then you got to wait for it to charge. So now I've got 2 batteries. Plus I have 2 batteries for the weed eater. The HyperTuff weed trimmer. So that's great. Well, then the drill goes out. And I think, you know what? I'm going to find myself a HyperTuff drill. And so here it is. There's the drill. And I didn't get... The thing is, I got the cheapest drill that had this battery. Now, the difference is this battery is only 1.5 amps. So it's not going to last as long as the 2 amp batteries, but that's okay. I mean, as a matter of fact, I'll use the 1.5 on this because I rarely have to use it where I have to impact a lot. And if I do, then I'll just go ahead and run this battery down, and I got 2 extra batteries, and I can let them charge. So it's going to work out fine. But I only have to charge a battery on this once every month or so. So anyway, they had 2 options for a drill. They had a little bit more of an expensive drill, but it had all the tools. It had a crescent wrench and drill bits and just all kinds of stuff. But I thought the features on this one were nicer, and it wasn't quite as expensive. It was like, I don't know, maybe 10 bucks cheaper. But this is a hammer drill. So you can actually use it to hammer into concrete and different things. And when you're drilling, if you got a concrete bit, it's got a screw mode and it's got a drill mode. The chuck locks in place, which my old drill didn't lock. So, and it gives me another battery. So now I've got 3 batteries. So, look, here's the thing. I'm an actual mechanic. I actually use these tools daily. Not the weed eater, but the impact. Of course, now the drill, we'll see how that does. But the impact has been absolutely fantastic. And, you know, I read online forums all the time. No, you got to have DeWalt and, you know, all these other really expensive things. And they're usually way overpowered for lawnmower repair. And this is cheap. I can easily buy the batteries. I mean, everything is just, you know, it's at Walmart. And I've always been an advocate of Walmart. When we were traveling, everybody thought I should have gotten a true sine wave inverter and all that, but I couldn't get it at Walmart. So that means I got to order it from Amazon, and you got to stay in a spot long enough to get it. I can just go to Walmart and pick something up. So I've been an advocate of Walmart. If this thing lasts, I don't know, 2 or 3 years, and it dies on me, I would expect that's okay. And I don't have to baby this thing. I leave it out here in the summertime underneath the porch. In the winter, I bring it in because I don't want the batteries to die. But in the summertime, I leave them out here on the porch. So, you know, the screws are getting a little bit rusted and different things. I can replace this. I just think that it's a really good option. So now I have 3 batteries. That was the whole point of this video. So yesterday I told you that the truck, I put the brake pads on wrong, and I had to switch them around. It was no big deal. It only took just a few minutes to switch them around, but then a bolt broke. And I was using a torque wrench, and I wasn't even at the proper torque yet. It was supposed to be 30 foot-pounds, and I wasn't there yet, and it broke. So it was a weakened bolt. It had weakened over time or something. So it was good that it broke on a messed up repair. It was like God was telling me, no, you're gonna have to fix that. So I lucked out. That's great. Well, when it broke, I had to order new parts. So I ordered it from Amazon, and Amazon said it wasn't gonna be here until Monday. And I just didn't want to wait that long to have my truck out of commission. So I ordered from Walmart also. So now I've got the part coming from 2 different places. So I'm bound to get it one way or another. And it's not like I'm wasting money, because one of these days I was going to replace these bolts anyways. So the next time I change pads on that side, I'll just change the bolts on that side also. And these will be, I mean, they'll be, you know, 60,000 or 30,000, 50,000 miles apart from each other, but they'll both be relatively new. And how long is this truck going to last? And, you know, anyway, so they're going to get used. Well, check the status on both of them. And Walmart, which was supposed to be here Saturday, is getting delayed in packaging or in shipping because they messed up the scan somehow or another. I don't even understand that. So it probably won't be here until Monday, which I didn't even understand how it was going to be here Saturday. UPS doesn't deliver on Saturday, so I didn't understand that. So it was probably going to get here Monday anyways. But Amazon was supposed to be here Monday. It's getting shipped from the same location because they're identical, coming from the same company. So Amazon was supposed to get here Monday, and FedEx said, I went to FedEx page, it's going to be here tomorrow. It's already left Georgia. It's on its way. So that means, now FedEx doesn't get here late in the afternoon, so I will be without the truck all day tomorrow because this is Thursday. But that's okay. I don't have to go through the weekend without it. So we'll get that fixed. I did order myself a new torque wrench just in case there was something wrong with that one. You know, because that one's the big 1/2-inch torque wrench. So it goes up to 150 foot-pounds, the same as my impact wrench. So if it was jamming up at the 30 foot-pound, I went ahead and got myself a 3/8 smaller impact or torque wrench just to be safe. And it was only 20 bucks, and I needed it anyways. So got that. Got a call from a potential customer yesterday, said my PTO switch has stopped working. And he said that the PTO still clicks on. It's working. You know, I can hear it click, but it doesn't turn the blades on. Well, 9 times out of 10, that's because you got a broken belt. I said, okay, sure. He says, can I bring it over in the morning? Yeah, bring it over in the morning, and we'll get it fixed right away. We called later in the afternoon. He went out and looked, and I didn't tell him to look or anything. He just did it on his own. And he said his belt was shredded, so he said he can fix that on his own. So missed out on that job. That's okay. At least he knows I'm here. And he's got a really expensive lawnmower. It's a X370 John Deere. It's like $4,000 or $5,000 John Deere. It's got hydraulic lift for the deck, hydraulic steering. It's expensive. So I'm glad it wasn't a PTO and he brought it here, because they didn't have any aftermarket PTOs. The only PTO available was John Deere's PTO. $404. I was dreading that. I don't like spending a lot of money on parts, because if they don't pay them out that money, and then I got to wait for all the legal stuff to go through so I can sell the lawnmower. Well, here we have a $4,000 or $5,000 lawnmower with a $400 part on it, and I got to wait several months before I can actually sell it to get my $400 back. It would have sold quickly. You know, I'd have put $500 or $600 on it just to make my money back, and the labor, but it was just a belt anyways. John Deere is it's tough sometimes getting parts on the newer models and the older models. So you get from about the year 2000 to 2015 where it's easy to get parts. Everything else is either way expensive or you can't get them at all. So but business has slowed down. I mean, we got these 100-degree days, 110-degree heat indexes. The grass has stopped growing, although I think it's still growing here. I mean, it looks fine. I don't get it. But nobody's cutting grass, and I don't blame them. I don't think I'd want to cut grass today either. It's just miserably hot. It's okay if you just sit down, enjoy the breeze. You can see the leaves are moving, I think. So, I mean, there is a breeze. If you can just sit down and relax. The house gets pretty hot because you got the freezer running. You know, when you make coffee, you got to turn the stove on. We've left that. I may have not told you that. We took the cook stove into the house over the winter to help heat the house. But it was so convenient just having it in there that we've left it in there. So on really hot days, you know, that little bit of flame. Of course, you got the 3 of us in there. And when she comes in, you can actually, when the dog comes in, you can actually feel the temperature of the house go up. So last night it started cooling off outside. It was 85 degrees outside. It was still 92 in the house. Yes, I know, you need air conditioning. We have one down there, and I talked to Carolyn about it today. I said, you know, you're starting to get to the age that we need to start thinking about keeping you cool. She said, no, I'm fine. I'm okay. And she's doing pretty good this year. I'm pretty impressed with her. Usually she hates summertime. I mean, just hates it. But this year she's been doing spring cleaning in the morning. So, well, I guess I'll jump off of here. So if you'll click this up next box, it'll take you to a video over my other channel. Really appreciate it. Go check it out. So I hope I can inspire you. I don't know. Just have a day off because it's so hot. So you can live your dreams. Thanks for watching.